Hi guys, it's me, Val Toxic Free. Welcome. So today I just thought I'd switch the camera on and just see what happens. Sometimes it's best that way. I know lately I've been kind of up and down with my moods and things like that, and I kind of wanted to just come on and have a chat and just kind of go into all that. Sometimes in life, you know, you do get to the point where you have to look at yourself and again work out if you're on the right path and work out if what you're doing is good, if it's right, if you feel good about it, if it's actually going to benefit you. It's the same thing with relationships as well. A lot of the time people stay with somebody far too long because what happens is there's two opposite ends of the spectrum. One is something that happens that's really, really good. And that would be the love bombing, that would be the hoovering, that would be, you know, the getting back together with your partner after you've been, you know, silenced and told, you know, basically ghosted for I don't know how long. That is such a good feeling. But then there's the other end of the spectrum where you feel so empty and so, you know, horrendous because they are ignoring you or they are doing the gaslighting. And it's the worst moments. And these two things at the end of the spectrum are clashing and they're pulling you in two different directions. And that's like the same thing with lots of things in life, is that you just keep thinking to yourself, I'll see how it goes. I'll see how it goes. And what happens then is you tend to start getting a bit annoying to people because you might go to your best friends and say things like, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. And they say, oh, leave him, dump him, go away, walk away. But for some reason you don't. And then the next minute you're in that honeymoon phase again where they're hoovering you back or they're telling you how adorable you are and that they're so sorry for hurting you and for discarding you, gaslighting you or ghosting you, although they won't use those words, will they? No. But then you go back to your friends and you say, oh, it's okay, we're all back together again. And your friends are probably quite pleased and think, well, thank God for that. But what happens, it keeps on happening and it keeps on happening and it keeps on happening over and over and over and over again. And what you do find that you start to really pee off your friends. And we know this, we do, because we go back and you do have to, if you're going to leave a partner, for some reason, you've got to leave them and go back, leave them and go back. And it's a bit of a thing where you do it because it's a test. You're being pulled in so, it's a tug of war. And one side will win, then the other side will win. The side where you're wanting to just sit and cry all day, not go to work because you're so depressed is how you feel. And your heart's been ripped out and your whole being has been trodden on. There's that side. And then there's the side where they come round with a bunch of flowers and they say sorry and they make love to you. And then you feel so elated. It's so hard to choose between them because you think you choose this side and then this side comes along. Then you choose this side and then this side comes along. And you're toing and froing, and that is what happens. And that's kind of what I'm going through at the moment with me and my relationship with YouTube. Because, you know, that's been a bumpy ride. But the thing is, the choice will come in the end. And even though you may annoy people, and even though you may feel like you're bouncing back and forward, you don't know whether you're coming or going, you're on a roller coaster ride, 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down, you will come to the answer in the end. You will find the answer. It just is not going to appear straight away. And that's again how I feel about my channel. There is times when I so love it because I'm talking to people, I'm helping people, you know, and I put the videos out and I just love making videos. Sometimes when I'm not tired. I love editing, you know, I love doing the thumbnails. I enjoy a certain part of it. But then there's the other part of it where you do feel demoralized and you do feel like, oh my God, you know, and then you do these videos where people said to me, and they'll probably think about it and go, well, hasn't she just talked about this 2 weeks ago? But you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, is that we do repeat ourselves and we go back and forwards. And the fact is that YouTube is really not helping their creators. YouTube is seem to have not dealing with problems, notification failures, a lot of things. I've had a lot of problems with my channels, obviously, and it's that side. So when that side hits in, because we do wake up every day with a different frame of mind, and some days we think, I can't do this anymore, whether it be with me, my stupid YouTube channel, or whether it be with you in a relationship, you just get up and think, I can't do this. But then the next day you might get up and think, I'm feeling really good today. And it's those differences in emotions that do kind of bring you back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards. But in the end, one will win. The seesaw will do that, and one will win. And a lot of the times when you're dating a narcissist, I'm afraid the side that wins is the side that you walk away. Because after 8 or 9 times that you've gone back and you do not see a change in their actions, and they promise you things, the first time they say sorry, the second time they say sorry, the third time they say, I'm really, really sorry, I don't mean to do it, I don't know what's wrong with me, the fourth time, the fifth time, the sixth time, you start to see a pattern of where, do you know what, this isn't going anywhere and this is not working. And at those moments, that's when your decision will come about, and your light bulb moment, your epiphany moment will kick in and think, wow, where your brain and your body just cannot take much more pain, because that takes over from the love and the feed and the supply that you're getting off them when they come back to you. That doesn't matter anymore. The pain of what you've been put through with your partner does win. And I don't mean that in a positive way. It will come through in the end, and that pain is far too much to deal with just for the sake of the odd times of where you're in bed and you're making love and you feel like this is the best thing in the world, and he's buying you flowers, he's taking care of you, until the next time. So what I'm just trying to say is, anybody out there who is a little bit like me at the moment and going through these situations of where you're coming and going, you don't know whether you want to decide to leave, you do want to leave, I'm there, I'm with you. And that's why I just stuck on this iPad today and just pressed play and record, because sometimes I'm better off just waffling. Sometimes I'm better off just sitting in front of the camera and just chatting. See, maybe that's where my channel needs to start to go, because I do feel that maybe I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses a lot of the time with me. Maybe I'm trying to keep up with other channels that are life coaches, and maybe I don't feel as good that I should be because I'm not a life coach. And I don't want to be a life coach, because I haven't, to me, you've got to learn a lot. You've got to do research, you've got to do training, you've got to go, you know, to college and things like that. That's how I see a life coach should be, which is why, again, there's a lot of life coaches on YouTube, you know, that haven't done any of that and have just gone from victim, you know, haven't even gone through the survivor mode really, but haven't even learned that much to where they then suddenly jump into, you know, the life coach mode. I'm not that person. I would rather just be me. I would rather just do what I want to do. But with that being said, when you are just a YouTuber, I don't have that side of me where I have to keep a professional face. I don't have that side of me where I have to just put videos out, not talk about my personality, not be silly, not be stupid, but just put out information and teach people, learn, you know, educate people. And that's not me. So I've kind of like maybe tipped my toe into that kind of side of YouTube. And I just find that I struggle, because I want to be me and I want to be one of you. And that's the thing as well. I'm not saying life coaches aren't victims. I'm not saying life coaches, but as soon as you step up and you label yourself something, you do have to behave in a certain way. And I don't want to behave in that certain way. I still want to be naughty, say stupid things and be me, because what I want to do is relate to people watching my videos. So I'm kind of a bit of a quandrum at the moment, if that's the right word. You know, I want to relate to people. I want people to look at me and go, oh my God, look how ridiculous Val is. Look how silly she is. Look how she's telling me all about her problems, you know. And that's what surviving abuse, whatever type of abuse, is about. It's finding somebody who has been through the same, who you trust, who's honest, and who you can relate to. It's okay watching these big, huge channels. And it's okay getting all the information off them, fantastic. But I do think there's other channels that need to be there for a certain type of need. And there is a certain type of need out there where people want to have fun and want to just find a channel where they can be relaxed. They can learn stuff, but on a more of an experienced kind of level. I really don't know where I'm going with this video. I do just start to talk sometimes. And that's kind of maybe where I want to go. I want to be able to start getting back to lives again. And I have lost my confidence with the lives. I did talk about that before. But what I'm trying to say, and where this whole video is going, is that if you swing back and forwards between two choices, it's because the two choices are very big choices. If one of the choices didn't mean very much to you, you would just forget it and just go with the other one. And that's why we go back and forwards with our relationships with narcissists, because they are the worst people on the planet here, and then they are the best people on the planet here. And trying to find out which one is the real persona is what hopefully YouTube's for. Why am I doing that? And as soon as you've worked out with your education and you've learned about narcissism and you've spoken to like-minded people and you've experienced a little bit more, then you can choose which one you know is correct. And I'm sorry, but I always say to people, you know, the person that's the nice person is most of the time the fake, and the nasty person, or the horrible side of the partner you see, that's most likely the truth, because no one pretends to be horrible. People just pretend to be nice. My next video, guys, is actually going to be on how to kind of spot narcissism. Maybe not so much spot a narcissist, because that is really difficult to do, and I'm not some kind of Wonder Woman where I've got the, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The answers. But when you've experienced narcissism, when you don't know what it is, then you've learned about narcissism. And with this channel, which is why I love this channel, because it's given me so much education. And then with this channel, I've gone through narcissism again, as you all probably have known if you've been with me for a long time. So I've seen narcissism on lots of different levels. And that's why I want to keep going, because I feel that I've got something to give. But on the other side of it, YouTube's making my head explode and wanting to make me punch the the screen, because YouTube at the moment, and everybody's going through the same thing, YouTube at the moment, I don't know what is going on, but they need to pull their act together, because it doesn't say what it's not doing what it says on the tin, basically. It's not YouTube, it's their tube. Little joke there for you. So I've done 11 minutes now already, and I don't want to go again. I want to try and keep my video short. So as I was saying, my next video is going to be about hoping how to spot narcissism, because like I said, you know, I've dealt with the narcissism before, when you don't know about what it is. I've dealt with, you know, learning about it and suddenly getting that epiphany moment, and educating yourself, watching videos until your head explodes. And then obviously with my channel, I've learned a lot, and I've been through a lot more narcissism. So I've seen it on all different angles. So hopefully that will come useful to people. So I really don't know if that's kind of all I want to say. I just want to say out there that if people are toing and froing like me, do you know what? You will come with the answer. Do not be hard on yourself, because that's life. When, like I say, that's how it works. You can't just make a quick decision on narcissism, I'm afraid. If you keep hearing that squeaking noise in the background of my videos, I've got an air freshener thing that keeps peeing out the nice smell. I don't know if that's the right word for it, peeing out a nice smell. No, can't think of another way of putting it. But anyway, guys, I want to get back to being who I am. And I just want to be back down to where you are and be on the same level as you guys watching. Because I really, really appreciate you all. I really, really love the comments, trolling comments or not. You know, if you're a troll, fine. I just have fun with you sometimes because you are an idiot. So I hope I've kind of like helped somebody watching this. Please, guys, stay safe, stay strong, stay toxic free. And your decisions, and the right decision will come in the end. See you later.